कहता है कि आसमान में सुराग नहीं हो सकता? कौन कहता है कि आसमान में सुराग नहीं हो सकता? एक पत्थर तो तबीयत से उछालो या। So these lines are devoted to today. Today is, we forgot, today is Hindi Divas also. So today is 14th World Education Summit and also Hindi Divas. Now moving to the topic. The topic is EDU Evolution 2015. So when I heard this topic, this indicates to me some kind of revolution or some kind of evolution. So of course revolution, being on a positive side, will lead to evolution in the area of education. And that is not possible without a change. So as all the speakers right from the morning are talking about the change. On the other side, we have also heard that our Modi government is talking about Viksit Bharat 2047. So I was just wondering whether this evolution will be 3 years late, or should it align with the vision of the Viksit Bharat 2047, and the education should evolve by 2047 also. So how is it possible? How the changes would be possible? How this revolution on a positive side, which leads to evolution, will happen? So some quick ideas which I could recollect and gather, and I would like to share with you. And the ideas which I wanted to share with you, what I thought is to add something which has not been taught, not been yet spoken by any other speaker. Something which I can add value to, because all of you are spending your precious time here. So if I can say something which can add another dimension to the thoughts which have already been shared. So one idea is about the learning communities. As we are talking about, the traditional classrooms will vanish. So what is going to evolve is the learning communities, which is not confined to a physical setting. It can be local as well as global. So in this context, the terminologies which are used across education industry is known as distributive individual and distributive collective. So what is distributive individual? A distributive individual is an individual who tries to gain knowledge from many sources. So that is a distributive individual. An individual, when it comes to learning, is distributive in terms of collecting knowledge from so many different sources, which you very well know are available not only in a physical classroom but also online, and you have the flexibility to access it from anywhere in the world. Another is distributive collective, where the learning communities, and in this context, what I would like to stress upon, that the learners have to become more passionate what they want to learn. It is not only the traditional knowledge or the holistic learning or the other thoughts. It is rather something for which you are passionate for, something where you want to do something in your life, in your career. You want to learn, you want to apply, and you feel utmost satisfaction in doing this. So connecting to the communities in physical setting, online, locally, globally, within the country, outside the country, nowadays it is possible. You can connect to the right communities, and there you become distributive collective, where you are connected to the same communities which are passionate for the same cause. And they want to learn something, they want to apply that knowledge in some practical endeavors. It is also in this context, because the topic today is shaping the future of teaching and learning. So the approaches to teaching learning have been evolved. Earlier it was pedagogy, then came andragogy, and now it is heutagogy. Heutagogy is where learner is conscious by itself and self-determined, like as we were talking about personalized learning experiences. So learner is itself conscious enough to know what the learner wants to learn. And learner is capable enough to find the right source where learner can collect that knowledge. So the learning approaches are evolving, and in future they will evolve further. Related to this only, which has been talked about also, I just want to stress upon the power of collaboration, and not only collaboration, but if you can create something. So co-creation. So if you can be part of the learning communities and you together can co-create something, which if we follow the Bloom's taxonomy also, then it is the highest order of learning, where you are able to co-create, create or co-create. Particularly with reference to my institution, what I want to tell you is, what we follow is an approach named as T-shaped professionals, which represent as T. So learners are specialized in some area, and they also find implications across different disciplines. So when somebody was talking about holistic learning, so I wanted to tell that this T-shaped idea could be better fit when it comes to holistic learning. So as there are other speakers and I am getting signal to wind up. So I will wind up with just last two thoughts. One is assessments, which the moderator began with in the beginning and nobody answered yet. Assessments also, I feel, as the teaching learning will evolve, the formalized way of assessments will also lose the light of the day. So there will be new methods of assessments. Learner will be conscious enough to know by itself whether they have learned it or not. They are conscious enough to find how they can add upon their learning. And with the final words, the teaching and learning are never connected, particularly with reference to the G generation. What we teach, they don't learn. What they want to learn, we don't teach. It is like confluence of Ganga and Jamuna. But with this theme of Edu-volution 2050, I believe the day will come when this confluence will happen and Sangam will definitely be there. So I will end with these words, कि Sangam hoga, hoga और जरूर होगा. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Ambuj Gupta, for those wonderful words. And so sorry, I know all of us are teachers and we love to talk, but then just in the interest of time, I request all the other speakers to please, we are already at 1:44 and we have to somehow wind up by 1:50, so that we have 10 minutes for Q&A from the audience. So over to Dr. Atul Kumar, Dean and Professor, Dr. G.Y. Patil B School, Pune. Please give a big round of applause.